welcome back. We're going to do the Consolation ladder all in one video for us losers who don't really want to spend the time watching everybody else's video, and quite frankly, we don't deserve it. And so anyway, we're just going to muscle our way right through the list. We're each going to give our one thing that we like, one thing that we don't like on each team, and then we're going to give our projections of who we think is going to win, so that we can keep this whole thing going between you and me as far as the competition goes. All right. Well, anyway, let's go ahead and start. We got the Little Caesar at 5-8 and Toilet Town at 5-8. Caesar making a surprise run, even though he doesn't exist, against Toilet Town. Now, that said, DJ is at the low point of his fantasy football career. But anyway, give me one thing you like about Caesar's matchup.
Oh boy, I'd probably have to go Bolden, as he seems to be picking up the play as of late.
Okay.
I like me some Bolden.
Okay. I will go with the one that I like is Derek Mason. I don't think that should be any surprise, but I just think that, you know what, I cancel that. I'm going to go with Burleson.
A cancellation.
I'm sorry, I wasn't looking correctly. I'm going to go Nate Burleson against Houston. Houston's terrible. And so I'm going to go with that one. One thing that you like on Toilet Town side.
Oof. Hold on for a minute.
Let's look. I'll go first. I'm going to go with Maurice Jones-Drew. I think you just have to. I think he's a good enough player to always get in double digits. So that's what I'm going to roll with. Would you like to go with Braylon, or do you think the ball's going to hit him in the face? I'm just wondering.
Wow. How about the Titans?
Okay, the Titans defense. Okay, I like that. All right, one thing you don't like about Caesar's matchup.
The Massaquoi
okay.
Going up against Pittsburgh, as Massaquoi is not good. Either is his quarterback, and the Pittsburgh defense is going to be ugly and nasty.
Okay, I'm going to go LaShawn McCoy against the Giants. I don't think that he's going to have that great of a game. I don't know. I'm wondering how last week really threw them off as far as their continuity. They blew out the Browns, I believe, is who they played. Am I right on that?
I believe you are.
And so I really don't see how that really helped them in a potential playoff game with playoff ramifications. The other side of things, thing you don't like about Toilet?
Stupid pen. Every week you drop your pen. Wow, I mean, it's so scrumptious with things that I don't like. I don't like Nick's. Mm-hmm. I just don't think that he's any good.
Okay. All right, I'm going to go with the thing I don't like is Matt Castle against Buffalo. I just don't think that's going to be a good matchup.
That's not good
All right,
either.
who do you got?
I have the Little Caesars by about probably 10 or 15.
Okay, I'm going to take Toilet Town.
I love his logo.
You know what? I'm going to take Caesar. I'm just looking at Toilet Town, and I just don't see how it's possible. But anyway, so I'm going to go ahead and go with Caesar. We'll move on to our next one. That was the 12-11 game. Back to our next one, which is the 10-9 game. That is the Jockeys against Bertucky. Things you like and don't like about Jockeys matchup.
Well, obviously, anytime the Jockey's involved, I love Drew Brees.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
He's in a dome, I believe.
Yep.
In Atlanta. I love that. Thing that I don't like, I'm not sold on Bryant yet, but I don't think Desk Jockey is really sold on him either. So those are my two.
Okay, I'm going to go with thing I like, Joseph Adai against Denver. I think that he looked great. He's in a top 10. I know he's on a top 10 for running backs this year. Granted, there was a lot of injuries, but they're using him quite a bit.
Yes. And
so I like that one. The thing I don't like, Antonio Bryant, I'm going to agree with you. Revis has to cover somebody, and the only person that he's going to probably cover is Antonio Bryant, and you just know he's not going to be worth anything.
I was just going on pure talent.
I don't know who else you would replace him with, but that's kind of what we got. On the things that you do like about Bertucky, and then the thing you don't like.
I'm going to love it if Deshaun Jackson
comes
back, as I have expressed many times before. I love him.
Mm-hmm.
If he comes back and plays, what's not to love about Deshaun Jackson?
Okay. Things you don't like?
Things that I don't like, his running backs.
Okay. All right, I'm going to go thing I like, Fred Jackson against Kansas City. Marshawn Lynch,
he blows.
He's terrible.
He's been released.
Yeah, really. Well, there you go. Well, Fred Jackson against Kansas City I think is going to be a great matchup. And then I look at the other one as far as the one that I really don't like. I'm really nervous about Vincent Jackson. He just hasn't looked great. He hasn't
been the same, has he?
So I'm really nervous about that one. You could say you're nervous about the Jonathan Stewart one, but that kind of depends on D'Angelo.
You know, it's kind of weird. You would have thought that Vincent Jackson would have came alive when they released Chris Chambers.
Yeah, but he hasn't.
It's been quite the opposite. Malcolm Floyd has stepped in and done just enough to make Vincent Jackson blow.
Yeah. Well, what do you like, or what is the score here, or who do you take in?
I mean, Bertucci's going to score in the upper 70s to maybe lower 70s, and Desk Jockeys will do a touch better than that. I've got the jockey.
I'm going to go Bertucci again to try to keep up on games on you. Not necessarily that I buy into the idea, but that's who I'm going with. Go ahead. The next matchup, our 7 and 8 matchup, is Columbia's Finest Bean and Soldier. Anyway,
Bean thinks that he should be in the playoffs right now.
Bean does think this,
so
but
watch
again,
out, Toilet Boys. He could take his hostilities out on the bowl.
Things you do like about Brett Favre's, never mind, I'm sorry, the Soldiers matchup.
Once again, I mean, this team must be in the know because I'm seeing nothing.
AP, Steve Smith.
Selleck.
Okay.
He's a nice guy.
Yeah, I'm okay with Selleck.
He's friendly.
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go Lawrence Maroney. I kind of get nervous with Sammy Morris, but yeah, that's why I like Lawrence Maroney. Things you don't like? Obviously, you could say the whole thing, but is there anything in particular?
In particular, this game, man, I'd probably go Hester against Green Bay with the Woodson on him.
Okay.
And his quarterback, I mean, Cutler's just horrible.
Brett Favre against Cincinnati is the one that I don't like, and here's the reason why. I really get nervous with Brett Favre right now. He looked like the old Brett Favre last week, and I think going into Cincinnati, with Cincinnati trying to kind of finish this off, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think Minnesota's kind of in the middle where they probably are going to be okay as far as playoff spot.
I mean, they're 10-2. They've already won the division, basically.
Yeah. So that's why I'm not really concerned. I think Favre's going to be a little bit more gunslingery.
Yeah, throwing on the back foot, the fadeaway throws. Yeah.
So that's why I don't like. Okay, things you do like about Bean's side.
Well, I'm kind of with Bean on this. Is I think that he had a right to the playoff spot. I mean, he lost his right. Don't get me wrong. But his team has playoff scoring potential. And I like a lot of his roster. The thing that I don't like is I don't really love Crabtree.
Okay.
I do love the Randy Moss at Carolina. And I like Manning no matter who he's playing. But if I had to pick one, I guess it would be Moss. I like Moss right now. He got kicked out of a meeting this morning, got sent home. We know how misfits love to come back with fire when the coach lights one underneath them. Moss is going to have a big day.
All right. I'm going to go with the thing I like, Manning. I think that they're going to try to secure that playoff spot, so I think he's going to do anything he can to get back. He really hasn't looked great the last 3 or 4 weeks as far as he's just getting 14, 15 points.
Go get something.
So I think that he's going to be pretty well. Things you don't like. You said Michael Crabtree.
Crabtree, probably.
I will go with Crabtree. I'm really nervous about the defense there on Bean's side.
Jones Drew going long?
Yeah, really kind of concerns me. Anyway, who do you pick?
I mean, it's going to be the Bean.
Okay.
Probably by 40-ish.
All right, I'm going to also pick the Bean because I should be in the playoffs. I'm the third leading scorer. There's no reason I shouldn't be in the playoffs. All right, you heard it here. For those of you who actually watched the rest of this video till the 9-minute mark, I should be in the playoffs, and I guarantee you, I will outscore any playoff team. And if we go up against them, the only person I'm not outscoring is this guy who's going to win the playoffs. You're going. I'm calling it right now. You're winning the playoffs.
I've just been jinxed by the Crosby.
All right. Well, thanks for watching. If you actually
rant.
If you actually watched
freaking in there somewhere too
till the 9:20 mark. Good luck to all you fantasy players. May all your fantasy players be studs.